Okay, for some reason you clicked on this video, and I'm not going to try to explain what's going on here. If you want to find out, or if you're confused, just check the previous videos in the playlist below, in the description. Anyway, Austin Cries, for some reason, Hedgehog self-taught it deserved a boss rush challenge mode. There's only 2 bosses in the main game, Sonic X and Demonson, so a bunch of unique enemies were made specifically for this mode. I think it's quite pathetic that more effort was spent into this mode than the main game. Well, actually, no. There wasn't all that much effort put into this mode, because if you guys pay attention to this area, it's actually recycled from Silent Ponyville. That's how lazy Hedgehog Self is. Even when he does bonus modes, he doesn't spend all that much effort to actually, you know, put effort into them, to make them good. And no, I don't really want to, like, voice the characters. Anyway, Hedgehog self-taught, this deserved 30 levels. However, there's only 20 that have been made. However, in this version of mine, only 10 have been made so far. And this is actually quite unfortunate because later I find out that it's impossible to beat it as in my current version. If I had checked to see if there was any other versions, I would have gone not only to 20 bosses, more items and whatever, but I would have gone, like, been able to actually reach the end of the 20 bosses. Because I'm playing on this version, well, let's just say I get a nasty surprise when I reach challenge 9. Anyway, level 1 is, well, Sunset Shimmer. She's not here for any story reasons. It's just that she's boss number 1 and Hedgehog Self decided to use her. She's, like, power level wise, do you guys think it's fair that Sunset Shimmer is right at the beginning? I guess it kind of is, maybe. She's very easy, even in this outdated version of mine. So I'm just gonna skip this. Incidentally, when I beat Sunset Shimmer, Austin learns a new ability, Heal 3. But I really shouldn't talk about Heal 3 all that much because it's not in the latest version of this game. Assuming anyone watching this will ever want to play it. Anyway, boss number 2 is Nightmare Moon. Yeah, she actually does appear in this game, but it's non-canon. She's not all that tough. She's got 20,000 HP, so she lasts a lot longer than Sunset Shimmer, but really, not all that much tougher. So let's skip this one too. Now, the next boss, however, this is where things got interesting, so to speak. Basically, one of the problems with the version I was using, the one that you guys are seeing right now, is that there's no equipment to protect yourself from status effects. And guess what this boss does? Just guess what Queen Chrysalis here does to your characters. I'm just gonna let things happen as they are right now because Chrysalis was pretty quick at making sure to disable all of my characters. Not to mention the healer herself. That's quite irritating. Oh, and of course she has 30,000 HP. So, Spark 2, it does a lot of damage to all our characters. Austin Robinson is really not all that resistant, but he gains lots of levels. So, if you actually manage to get pretty far in the boss rush, Austin Robinson, well, he'll almost have 2,000 HP. Anyway, here's the problem. Confusion on 2 of my characters. Because of this, well, I'm in serious trouble. The only way I can heal Confusion is using an item that I did not buy, or elixirs. So I just continue attacking with Master Max here. And of course, that's not really going to work out because, well, for one, I believe that status effects last considerably longer compared to Element's Harmony in this game, which hurts a lot. Both the enjoyment of the game and, well, the characters, I suppose. Anyway, Master Max mode, it'll deal quite a bit of damage against Chrysalis, but it's not gonna help because I lose against her the first time. She's about to see right here. Paralysis. And it works on all the characters. And guess what? This is one status effect that never heals. So all I get to do now is watch Chrysalis defeat all my ponies. and that Deathborn guy. Seriously, it's already been like, what, 3 turns and it hasn't healed. Then there's Sweet Breath, which can put your characters to sleep, so she's got other methods of, like, stunning your characters. Although, sleep heals automatically if a character is hit, physically. Anyway, I've obviously lost now, so let's just skip ahead until I get a game over, then regroup, then go all the way back through Chrysalis. And I've beaten her. Yep. It was quite a challenge, but I did it. However, she's only challenge number 3, and it's only gonna get tougher from here. Not all that much tougher for the upcoming few fights, but when we get to fight number 8, that's where things ramp up considerably. And fight number 9, well, that's the stopping point. Just gonna take a bit of time to heal myself here, because unlike the up-to-date version, you have to do the challenges all at once. While in the up-to-date version, you can like do a few fights and then quit midway. Kind of convenient. Although it kind of like spoils the point. I mean, aren't we supposed to do it all consecutively? Anyway, King Sombra, he's not that tough.
Fingers.
Now, fight number 5 is Tyrek, which means this was made after Season 4. Like, after Season 4 the finale aired. I don't remember Tyrek being particularly challenging, but he does deal a bit of damage, so Austin will probably die quite often. Let's just skip ahead, though. Oh, right, now I remember. Tyrek has a nuke attack that actually deals quite a bit of damage to all your characters. And I failed to heal my characters in time, so, well, I completely lose. That's kind of too bad, but them's the breaks. Also, Master Max cannot deal against poison. Jeez. So after learning my lesson against Tyrek, and not taking him for granted, we have to fight number 6, which is... well, we'll find out soon, I guess. Oh wait, now I remember why I completely forgot about number 6. It's because the first 5 fights were the seasonal villains of the show that are mostly canon. For fight number 6, it's suddenly Yukari Shy. Someone on YouTube, I guess, that Master Max knows. I'm not sure, but she's a bit different, I guess. I don't remember her being particularly tough. But it is like a different character that you fight in it. She is unique as a enemy unit. I actually had Austin and Deathborn all packed up with their limit breaks, just so I can get the advantage on her immediately, but it doesn't help that much. I do beat her on my first try though. I think she does make use of a few status effects, but since I'm aware of them, I deal with her relatively well. In case some of you are wondering why I'm not showing the full fight, so let's just, well, with the footage not like fast forwarded in any way, it would last at least 4 hours. And I don't feel like spending that much time just describing every fight. Most of them are just, like, they just drag on over and over and over without any real change or whatsoever. Not to mention if I get a game over, I have to start the whole thing over, so does anyone really want to see that? I don't think so. I suppose there might be a few though. Anyway, the Tails doll. I don't know why, but I enjoy the music here. Isn't it that like Sonic Racing music? Supersonic Racing music? Something like that? A remix of it anyway. Yep. Anyway, Tails doll is supposed to be really creepy, but this drawing of it makes it look not creepy at all, so it's not difficult. Well, actually, I'm lying. It can be a bit challenging on this version that I'm using, but it's not that difficult. No, it isn't at all. Like, Yukari Shy was arguably more difficult because she made use of status effects. Tails doll just hits decently hard. By the way, yes, it did in fact have 70,000 HP, and the next fight, the one that's actually gonna get real tough again, it does in fact have 80,000, which makes the fights last so long. In the updated version, these bosses all have half that amount of HP. Like boss number 8 has 40,000, boss number 5 has 45,000, such and such. And Thunderhawk here, he's an OC, and well, the vector is not even all that perfect. You can see a line on the left there that the Hedgehog self was too lazy to fix. The least amount of effort possible, as I kept saying. Anyway, yeah, Thunderhawk is actually pretty difficult because he can down Austin in a single hit. Although I guess that's more Austin's fault. I'll fast forward this anyway, but I'll make it go a bit slowly enough to show how much more of a struggle this was. Although, but not by that much. I mean, come on. It's just that this guy hits really hard and causes some status effects, so you never know when you're gonna get completely screwed. Not to mention, it was at this point that I started to run out of the remedies, the items that like heal your characters from status effects. Anyway, now we get to fight number 9, but that's not even it. The whole thing about fight number 9 is, well, there's two things. First off, there's that golden building right there that was recycled from Silent Ponyville. Let's just say that the creator, Hedgehog Self, he didn't really do that much playtesting with his own game. So when I go check out that golden building, surprise, surprise, the game crashes. Just because the Hedgehog Self decided not to like put in the door jam sound. Really, so lazy. Anyway, here we have Twilight Spirclu. She's the stopping point of this version. Because she only uses Zap, which is an instant death spell. She has 90,000 HP, which means she survives a long time. And you only deal like roughly like in the hundreds of damage each turn, which is not nearly enough. As you can see, she already got Austin and Master Max down real quick. Deathborn is immune against death spells, but he's not immune against Discord, which causes various status effects against him. So basically, she kills Austin and Master Max, and then proceeds to have Deathborn kill himself over time, maybe by poison. Skip ahead. Yeah, I mean, do you guys really want to see Deathborn slowly kill himself over a good 5 minutes? Really, come on. Well, I guess it's more 2 minutes. Anyway, after that nonsense, I decided to update my version, and I used one that was slightly fixed by Doomday, although it didn't really matter. I had to start new games because I needed to like retrain my characters. So you start a new game, and I'm wondering, am I gonna have to do the whole thing again? That's not the case. Remember in the previous episode, Doomday mentioned that if you look around the house, you can find a secret. Well, as it turns out, if you look at that table, you can immediately access the challenge mode. That's the convenience of playing the up-to-date version, I guess. However, you do start with like minimum experienced characters. Anyway, in the new version, you can actually buy a whole bunch of stuff, and you get 9,900, well, infinite bits to be able to buy whatever you want. And that all signal equipment right there, it makes you completely overpowered. You just buy 3 of those, and you can beat the whole boss rush instantly. Makes the whole thing easy. I think what's actually supposed to happen is that you're supposed to like play the game normally, and when you get here, you don't have infinity bits like I do. So you have to like grind the challenge mode to be able to afford the all stat up item, or accessory rather. But that's not the case, so I end up having the best equipment right away, which makes pretty much the entire boss rush very easy. I mean, look at the stats that the all signal give you. 500 to everything probably. Oh, also Master Max can equip a shield, but I never equip it because it reduces attack power by quite a bit. So anyway, I skipped back to challenge number 9 because really I can easily beat these guys really quickly too. Except for I stop here just to show that Yukari Shy is a new sprite. It's Possessed Yukari when you look at the file in the Battlers folder of the game. I'm not sure what the meaning of that is. Is Yukari Shy someone on YouTube or on Tumblr or something? I guess she is. So we get back here. I check the doors of the golden building and now it works. And I fight Twilight Spirclu yet again. And she's got considerably less HP and my characters are considerably stronger. I mean, seriously, they hit 10 times harder than they used to. That's how much stronger they are. I mean, even without her HP reduced, the Twilight Split Clear wouldn't even be all that challenging. Not to mention I'm well protected against zap spells. So, she's down in like, what, 3 rounds? I think so. 3 rounds, that's all it took. Of course, that's largely because of the all stat up accessory. That's what makes me so powerful. And we have level 10 here. And I accidentally almost returned to the main hall. But the final boss is a bit unexpected. It's, well, not the final boss, level 10 boss. It's Creepy Bloom. She's nothing special. Well, I guess she might be difficult if I wasn't so overpowered, but because I am, well, she doesn't survive very long. I guess she can boost her stats up, but if her strategy did not involve spamming zap or status effects, I probably would have been able to beat her on the version I was in previously. It was just the constant zap spamming that really screwed me over. Also, if you look at her sprite carefully, you can tell that the black parts are actually just straight up invisible. Which makes her look even stranger than usual. I mean, seriously. She really is Creepy Bloom. Anyway, yeah, this fight is so short that I don't really, like, fast forward it. I suppose it's a good thing Creepy Bloom actually got to do a few things, though, because all the other fights, I defeat them so quickly that they don't even manage to do anything. But even so, Creepy Bloom, no match at all for me. 100,000 experience points. And I actually do kind of need them. And also, Deathborn learned Zap too. Yeah, so Hedgehog Self right there mentioned that everyone who is going to live in Silent Ponyville now because Ponyville has been destroyed. That's something he did there just to explain why that happens in the next video, why everyone is in Silent Ponyville. It's dumb the way that this was done, but it is what it is, I suppose. Also, it says access granted for levels 21-30, but that is not the case. Go back here, and it's levels 11 to 20. And you know what? Hedgehog Self once again proves he's lazy. Or she's lazy, maybe? I don't know. He proves he's lazy because he reuses the maps for these 10 new fights. And the laziness goes even beyond that, but that'll be for later. Discord? Well, Discord didn't even last a single round, I think. That's how weak he is, but... Well, no, really. I don't even know what Discord's capable of because I'm so strong. And the following few fights will also be incredibly easy. Levels 11 to 20 are not all that special, except for the last 3. The last 3 fights have an actually pretty genius twist to them. Well, not genius twist, but it's a twist that actually changes things up. I don't know who this guy is. It's Crimson Knight. It's someone on YouTube, I guess. Someone else's Yoshi. Whatever. Oh, I forgot to mention. Master Max has an ability called Stomp. It is his most powerful ability, like except for Master Max mode. It is unblockable, undodgeable, and it deals like what, 8,000 damage every hit. That's something that's worth spamming. Hi, Golden Freddy. I don't really know you, but you're apparently creepy on the YouTubes. He's not tough, but well, I guess he does do Doom and some other spells like that. But really, I got him down to half HP in a single turn. But really, I got him down to half HP in like, what, a single round? These bosses really aren't that much of a challenge. Anyway, yeah, he just uses instant death spells. It's too bad they don't work on me anymore. Oh, but interesting tidbit. After you beat Golden Freddy, the game glitches, and even though it says level 14, I'm actually in level 8 now, or actually no, level 7. So I'm fighting Tails' doll again. That's not what's supposed to happen though. I'm supposed to be fighting another character, which we will transition to in a few seconds. right now. Yeah. So I beat Golden Freddy again. And here's what you have to do to actually be able to fight the actual level 14. You have to return to main hall, then go all the way back to the second floor, or possibly the first floor. And you go through the door and it asks you if you want to start back from the last checkpoint. Or last position. So now, level 14, and this is the actual level 14. So you fight Solid Sparkle, who's... She's got 23,000 HP, what the hell? Why is she so much weaker than the previous fight? I mean, Golden Freddy had like, what, 50,000 HP? This must have been a mistake. Solid Sparkle must have been like, not properly balanced, for some reason. Like, I'm willing to guess that Hedgehog self-screwed things up and didn't know how to fix them. That's what happened. Anyway, level 15, that's actually an interesting level. Anyway, level 15, that's actually, there's an interesting boss fight in this one. You get Spike robot waifus. Now I just got the joke about him. Anyway, he's unbeatable. That's what he is. Spike is unbeatable in this fight. He's supposed to be a joke. You're supposed to lose against him. It's not, it's kind of funny, I think. But he can take a bit of time to actually beat you. Like, he does some debuffs or some stuff like that first, but eventually he'll do some his attacks, which deal 9,999 damage every hit. So I'm gonna actually skip ahead a bit for that. Soy Madre, something like that. That's his instant death move. I'm not sure. I think he might have another move that allows him to kill your characters. Yeah, right there. So he's got 2 moves that instantly kill your characters. I really kind of like the music that plays when you fight him. Anyway, yeah, even if you lose, you just move on to level 16. It's just a joke. And that's not so bad, having this as a joke. Just make sure to heal your characters before you start a new fight, because otherwise, either the game will glitch or you'll just straight up lose. And now we have to fight Trixie, the one from Silent Ponyville, the corrupted one. That was actually the normal canon Trixie. That's still kind of upsetting to some people, I bet. Anyway, even less HP than Golden Freddy, so she's not even all that tough. I mean, really, look, she's already done. That's how little effort you have to put in to actually beat her. And I think Master Max is level 99. Yeah, he is. So he's at his full power. Calvin. Who's this guy? I don't know. He's got 42,000 HP, which is still less than Golden Freddy, but really, these fights are all boring at this point. Like, I was more interested in this boss rush back in when it was the first 10 fights, because it was 5 characters that we're aware of, followed by 5 unique characters that we may or may not be aware of. But now it's just like the guy's friends, with Pony Creator created sprites to represent them. Oh, but don't worry, after this fight it gets a lot more interesting. Look at the experience. And then we get... Where is Austin? Yeah. Now, we have to fight level 18 without Austin. Because the boss itself is Austin! Yep. Or Austin Robinson, question mark. Now, of course, we're playing with the Master Max and Deathborn, so given that we're playing as the most overpowered characters, this fight is a piece of cake anyway, but it is cause for concern that you only have like 1 party member you can control in this fight. Anyway, Austin is an Alcorn in this, but he doesn't really show all that much power. I mean, really, he's already dead, I think. Yep. But again, this is actually because you play as Master Max and Deathborn. You deal like tens of thousands of damage every turn. So even 50,000 HP is not all that much. But in fight number 2, now it's Deathborn that's missing. Austin is back. So now you get one character who's not that particularly good at dealing damage, and well, Master Max. So I gotta fight Deadborn, or Deadborn question mark. Austin can deal a bit of damage with throw weapon, I guess, but really. But Deadborn has 70,000 HP, so he'll last a lot longer than the previous fight. If it wasn't for the fact that I still have like all those all stat up accessories, this might actually be genuinely very challenging. But I mean, as you can see here, my characters are just evading every hit. I'm simply too powerful to probably like gauge how tough this can be. But as you can see right there, Deathborn casting Doom on my characters, that could have ended instantly if I wasn't protected against death. I think the accessory protects me from that, actually. Anyway, one more round and it'll be over. It's still not that challenging, but it could be if I wasn't so overpowered. But alas, it is not. And that Deadborn guy is actually not all completely black. He's actually wearing a hoodie or something. Anyway, of course, first we fought Austin Robinson question mark, then Deathborn question mark. So now we have to fight Master Max question mark. Yep, the toughest fight of them all, because now we don't even get to control our most powerful character. And goodness gracious, even though his sprite is like unique, it's even worse than his actual armored one. I mean, I don't know. I mean, just looking at this guy's face like pisses me off. And his eyes look a bit derpy. I don't know. I guess it might be like an old art from him. So yeah, Master Max is easily the most powerful of all the bosses you have to fight, because he's got like what, 77,000 HP, something around that amount. But it's also the fact that you can only control Austin Robinson, and Austin Robinson does not last very long. If it wasn't for the fact that I have the all stat up accessory, this definitely could have been challenging. But instead, well, it's still kind of easy. Yeah, despite the fact that I'm really trying to hype this up to be something that could be difficult to deal with, that is not the case. You just have to grind until you're able to afford that accessory. Then everything is a piece of cake. Of course, there's supposed to be 10 more fights after this, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure Hedgehog Self does not want to like continue working on this game. Like, for one, he kept saying that he would do Master Max Origins, which is the first game in this entire series, but he hasn't gotten around that yet. Then there's also the fact that he's got Austin Cries 2 up on his channel, or on Game Jolt rather, but there's no link to the actual game, so you can't really play it. Then, I was supposed to mention this a long time ago, but he actually made Luna Game Prologue while he had like Austin Cries 2 RPG up without a link. And well, just watch my video of Luna Game Prologue to see how bad his standards really are for non-RPG Maker VX games. It could also just be his inexperience with the Game Maker engine, but seriously, this is not good at all. Anyway, yeah, all levels completed. I feel so accomplished. Hedgehog Self gives us a bit more tidbits about his story that so many people obviously care about. I mean, really, do we care about Celestia saying it was 1,000 years but 995 years or something like that? Oh, come on. Oh, really? I just don't care. No one cares. Maybe one or two people, but no one, as in 99% of people, don't care. But it's not over yet. Not yet. Apparently, Doomday, he got obsessed with this game. He decided to actually add a last boss to it for the 21 to 30 bosses challenge. But he rebalanced things around so to make things like challenging. So the all stat up accessory is complete junk now. So you have to buy new accessories to actually be able to fight that ultimate boss that Doomday added. I don't think I'll be putting a link to the special fight. So this is the only way you guys will ever be able to see what I had to fight for 3 hours of my life. Now, unfortunately, I was actually supposed to equip all the best stuff before doing this, and I actually missed out on the power bands that Skulu was selling there. So I don't even fight this boss with all the stuff like that is available to me. Which is too bad, but not the case. I actually get sort of kind of close to beating it, despite that. Am I ready for the challenge? No, I'm not ready. Are you completely sure? No, I'm not sure. Also, completely was written wrong. And technically speaking, I really am not ready, because I'm missing the power bands, and there's no escape once you enter. So who's this ultimate boss? Well, first we check our items, because Doomday wanted it to give us like some ribbons, as well as a Thunder Amulet, that helps us a lot against it. The problem is he didn't want us to be able to get multiples of them, because otherwise we just like equip a bunch of ribbons on all our characters, because the Thunder Amulet, it's like more situational compared to the ribbon. In fact, it's just an item that is straight up worse. Your life is forfeit! Yes, Whitehawk is the final boss. I am the final boss! I really don't know what obsessed you to do this, Doomday, but whatever. I guess some people think this is funny. I'm more challenging than anything else in this fight, in this game so far, but I'm still very beatable, even with the nerfed equipment, even with all the rebound stuff. I hit decently hard, but Master Max can stomp, and it's just one character, so it's not the end of the world. There is stuff like Confusing Punch and Drain Punch that deals like 3,000 damage, which is half of Boston Robertson's HP, but really, it's not impossible to beat me, even with my 99,999 HP. So I'm just gonna skip ahead now. The fight lasts a pretty decent amount of time because I think I heal a few times or I just take a lot of hits, and the fact that I didn't equip the power bands doesn't help. But of course, even though I beat myself, that is not the end. Oh boy, we won! I won't let you win! And now the real fight starts. It's Whitehawk Culex. Not Whitehawk Punch, it's Whitehawk Culex. So now it's a fight of 3 against 5, and each of those elements, the purple, blue, green, red, they're all strong enough to beat all the 3 characters. That's how bad things are set up against me right now. And since this is my first time trying this, I don't have any idea of how to deal with this, so I tried Temptation Song first, and it doesn't turn out all that well. Because Temptation Song is actually supposed to be able to work on all the characters, or enemies rather, except the blue element. So I got unlucky. Now, I'm gonna try to explain this as quickly as I can because I really don't want to spend like showing through 3 hours of footage I have of me trying to beat this boss, because I never really do it, considering I didn't know that I could equip those power bands. So first off, Maximum Heal is one of the abilities the blue element can cast. I think it casts it after like 10 rounds or something, and it heals everyone completely. So the blue element is the first element you have to target, that you have to eliminate, while everything else is pelting you with their nonsensical overpowered attacks. After that, you have to get rid of the green element. The problem is the green element is that it has 2 ultimate attacks. It has Blessing, which buffs every enemy up with like maximum stats, and it has Curse, which nerfs all my characters until they can barely deal any damage. So green has to go down second. Now purple is probably the one you have to take down third, but unfortunately, since we don't control Deathborn, he'll occasionally cast his darkness move, which heals the purple, unfortunately. So it's possible you have a choice to actually take down purple or red third. After that, you should probably take down the other element fourth, and then you just deal with Whitehawk. But it doesn't turn out that way for me. I only managed to get blue and green down. After that, I couldn't deal with purple because it's constant instant death move, and purple's limit break move is Bad Breath. And once it starts casting it once, they'll start spamming it too. And Bad Breath, there's almost nothing you can do against it, even with the ribbon. I'm still showing the rest of this footage because I want to like show what my first attempt was like, me trying to figure things out. But as soon as Deadborn goes down, it's over. If one of your characters goes down and you're barely dealt any damage, it's just not worth trying anymore. Because the only healing item I have is the stimulant, and it only gives my characters 1 HP. Why couldn't it be like the pick-me-ups of Super Mario RPG? Those could heal your characters fully when you're reviving them. That's one of the major cool things that happen. Also, let's make some webs is actually a really good move in this fight. It can potentially stun all the enemies, as well as debuff them. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, even though it's not going to ever apply to you guys, you're supposed to use cat form for Austin, which increases his speed, so he can always act first in this fight, unless he's like debuffed and the enemy is buffed. But the reason you want Austin to act first is because since he's the one dealing the status debuffs, or rather, well, yeah, status debuffs, because he's trying to confuse and sleep and silence the enemies, you want him to always act first. But then bad breath happens and suddenly you can't do anything. I mean, look at this. I can't move a single character. The one character that I'll be able to do stuff with is Deathborn, and well, I can't control him. I do not control Deathborn. And red element does not have a limit break, but it does do triple attack, which deals 2,000 damage per hit, roughly. So it's pretty much game over when that happens. Yep, game over.
It's official. You suck.
Thanks a lot, Doomday. That was very not rude, I suppose. So when you lose against my character, myself, you don't only send back to the shop. So back again. This time I'll make sure you can't come back. And the music glitched in this attempt I'm trying to do here, so I left it be. But once you lose it, like, fixes itself. So immediately I transitioned to this, which is actually my best attempt. The one where I managed to get blue and green down. If you slow down the video enough, you'll be able to see how the fight goes on. But I didn't want to display the whole thing. I basically had to continue. I had to get lucky to get this far. I had to like continuously get lucky, confusing all the elements, continuously silencing green and blue. And, well, my luck ran out when it was just purple, red, and white hawk. Because purple kept using bad breath, Austin and Master Max kept going down, and I just couldn't recover in time. And purple still had a lot of HP, so I couldn't, like, take it down in time. I was aiming for red, because it dealt so much damage and I was getting annoyed with it, but the truth is I should have aimed for white hawk or purple instead. Once Deadborn was down, it was over. Because Deadborn has Resurrection, which heals the other characters with more than 1 HP. But once he's down, you have to like chance it to revive him. If it's only one character, it's pretty much over. You don't stand a chance. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for Austin Cries and, well, Doomsday edit of it. I never beat the boss that he made for me, but, well, technically that's as it should be, because White Hawk Punch, is unbeatable. Yep, that's the truth of the situation. Anyway, check the playlist for the rest of this series. Tomorrow I'll be uploading Luna Game RPG Saga number 1, or actually no, number 0, followed by the other 8 parts. Yep, the Luna Game Saga RPG is 9 videos. That's how long it's going to be, except for the videos being really, really short. Anyway, see you all then. Hope you all enjoyed this video and hope you have a very nice day. Oh, and one last thing. Check the description for a poll that you guys can go to vote for which game I'm going to be playing after this nonsense. Bye-bye.